My name is Brian Denovi, and I'm 37 years old, and I'm a successful DNA patient, DNA appliance patient. And how it all started for me, I went to my general dentist. I actually switched dentists after years of being with the same dentist, and she immediately noticed that I had a narrow upper palate, and asked me if I was a mouth breather, and I said that I was, and that I always wanted to kind of fix that because I was never really able to breathe through my nose properly, so I just did what was comfortable for me. So she explained to me that about tongue positioning and swallowing correctly and breathing through your nose and having your tongue in the right position will really help that. So she referred me to an oral-myologist, and I had no idea what that was. So I went, and the whole idea behind the oral myology was to get my tongue in the right place, to swallow correctly, to speak correctly, to chew correctly, to get strength in my tongue and my lips. And it was interesting, after a few months I noticed immediately a difference in being able to keep my mouth shut more. I had a deviated septum that I had fixed. I had braces as a kid, and none of that stuff helped me breathe through my nose better like I thought it would. But this, in just a couple months, I felt a major difference. Now, after a few months of therapy, she suggested getting some treatment with a dentist to expand my upper palate and my upper arch. So she recommended the DNA appliance, and luckily I had a local dentist in town that specialized in the DNA appliance for sleep apnea as well as for orthodontic correction. So for me, it was going to help for both. It's my general breathing as well as my breathing in my sleep. And so I was all on board. So I did a combination of the therapy with a myofascial therapist and the DNA appliance for about a year. As far as the DNA appliance was concerned, it was a really simple procedure to get the appliance made, and wearing the appliance was comfortable. There was no pain involved. It slowly expands the upper arch by doing it naturally and without pain. So I think it was every couple of weeks we would turn it a notch to expand another quarter millimeter, and I felt slight tightness for one night, and that was it. I was able to wear the appliance for about 12 hours a day. I would try to get 16 hours if I could in, but even at the 12 to 16 hours, I definitely felt the benefit and quick movement. After about a year of treatment with the DNA appliance, along with the myofascial therapy, I was able to expand my arch by I believe it was 6 millimeters. And essentially what it did, and I could tell by the way it felt in my nasal breathing, is that it actually, as it expanded my palate, and actually dropped my palate down, so I had more air in my sinuses, which really helped. And now, because my tongue's in the correct place, I'm actually able to keep the expansion in my palate. And so now my treatment is I've moved on to Invisalign to kind of just complete my bite. But where I'm at today, I wouldn't have been able to be without the DNA because of the increase in bone volume. And so now all I'm doing today is I wear my Invisalign. I continue to concentrate on keeping my mouth closed when I'm sitting, and at night I actually keep my mouth. At night I actually At night, I keep my mouth taped shut, and it works really well. Don't do it every night, but I find when I do, because I'm still not completely over the habit of breathing through my mouth because of years of doing it, 5 years of doing it, breathing through my mouth. So at night, sometimes if I don't have it taped shut, I'll wake up in the morning with my mouth open and my mouth dry and I'm drooling. But when I have my mouth taped shut, I wake up more refreshed. It's much more healthy to breathe through your nose, to have your tongue in the right place. And I would definitely recommend the DNA appliance. Multiple benefits for it. I believe that by expanding my arch, I breathe better just normally during the day. I feel like aesthetically, I've been able to have a more rounded face from it. And at night, as far as sleeping, I'm able to breathe much better and wake up more refreshed.